Hi, this is Lisa Medina with Brad Marshall Homes. Outdoor living spaces have become more and more popular, especially in climates like Texas where it's warm year-round. And there are so many different options to create additional living space for your family that's non-taxable. This home has done a phenomenal job of creating a great outdoor living space. If you take a look around, they've got a full outdoor kitchen, created a bar space, they've got 2 fire pits, they've got a gorgeous pool with jacuzzi. There's space as you come out the door to utilize. They're taking the most advantage possible of the view and really just creating a lot more of an opportunity to entertain and really enjoy the outdoors. A couple things to keep in mind when you're doing an outdoor living space is to take into account the climate. Texas is hot almost year-round, but there are a couple of cold months. So things like the fire pit or outdoor space heaters can make it more livable year-round. What makes more sense in Texas is misters, anything to keep the space cooler. A pool is always great, obviously. I'm here with Brandon Sassenberg, one of the partners in Brad Marshall Homes who actually did the work on this property. What were some of the challenges you faced and what did the space look like when you first came?
So when we initially came out, they just had sod out, and the yard was fairly flat, but one of the interesting things about this project was the yard was backfilled because of the retaining wall on the back of the property. So we quickly found out, because it was backfilled, that putting a pool here was going to be an issue. So in order to overcome that, what we did was we had to put 15 piers about 21 feet in the ground. So the pool is actually sitting up on stilts that are into the mountain.
Oh my goodness.
And then we were able to put all the weight on those and not on the backfill. So if they did have a hard rain, because of the absorption of the filled soil, it wouldn't blow out the back wall and they wouldn't find their pool at the bottom of the hill.
That's phenomenal.
So pretty interesting. That was definitely one of the challenging things about the pool. And then we also had to do the same thing because we've got a very large bar area in the back here with the grill and whatnot.
I think it's a really good example of personalizing it to the individual family because of the kids, it is nice to think, okay, if they're going to be more out that way, they're still kind of drawn in, and no matter what the weather is, they can utilize the space.
Absolutely agree. I mean, one of the things you find, even when you conceptually draw a plan and you visualize it, when you actually do the project and it takes on a 3-dimensional scope, there's things that you see that you didn't originally see. So it's nice that if you're versatile enough and open to say, hey, now that we've seen how this lays out, we can add this for another little area or do this or do that. It makes the project go so much better, as opposed to hodgepodging and adding it later and things like that.
Right. What are you seeing as far as return on investment with outdoor living spaces? Because most recently they're talking about 150% return.
Well, they do say that, and the other thing that people don't talk about is this is where the family now lives. I mean, we built out their basement and this environment. When you talk to the family, they entertain. They're all summer. They're out here. They entertain here. This is predominantly where they spend most of their time. So what value do you put on that as you're in your home? I mean, I think that's something that people should definitely look at, especially if they're going to stay in their home for a long time. But there's no question that for resale and things like that, this adds value.
Well, thank you so much, Brandon.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Lisa.